I don't know how to work this stuff. I need my setup.
So, I don't know how well I'm going to actually do on homework this week because I was playing around with it and my VMware is acting weird on me. I'm going to give it a shot. It can be done. It has been done. I've had students turn it in. But my VMware is, like I said, acting kind of strange. So I'll go over that. And I'm going to also start going over the wireless lab as well. I'll be very honest with you, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time tonight because it is my 26th wedding anniversary and I do want
How sweet! You should have told us. We could have brought you some chocolate and other
No, what's bad is I realized this was coming up for like the last few weeks and I knew that, you know, oh man, I got class that night. Okay. So I planned everything else and I you know, coming home from campus last night, I stopped off, I got flowers, I got candy, I got a card, yada. I had everything together for her so when she woke up this morning, you know, she see it, everything else. And, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get like a text or a call. 8 o'clock goes by, 9 o'clock goes by, 10 o'clock goes by. I'm like, okay, maybe she's just like, you know, 11 o'clock goes by, lunchtime comes and goes. And I'm like, did she not see this? Did I like put it somewhere? I put it like right on her desk so that when she gets up in the morning, she's on her feet. Like, you can't miss it, right? So, finally at about 1 o'clock, she calls me and she's like, thanks for the flowers and this and that. And I'm like, oh yeah, no problem, sweetheart, and everything else. I'm like, did you just like, I just got up. I'm like, what the hell? So she had a late night. She works swing shift, so she works from like 10 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning. And so when I'm actually getting out of bed, she's like rolled into bed like an hour beforehand, so it's tough. But anyway, we're gonna try to have dinner tonight if I can get you lot out of here.
All right, let's everyone listen.
So, but that's depending on how well my homework goes. Okay, so let's take a look here. Go into assignments and homework 3. Okay. So you're going to use that Windows 2008 server you've been using for the Windows Lab. All right. And what we're going to do here is we're going to bypass window login. So this is to simulate an attack where you have physical access to the server. And said server has some means or mechanism to use external media at boot. Okay? So, word to the wise. If you are managing servers, or if you are doing any type of pen test where you have physical access to servers, this is something you always need to check. This is on compliance checklist, left, right, and center. You don't want to have USB ports available at all. So if I can go into an environment and, you know, take a rubber duck and plug it into a USB, I'm home free. I just gotta wait for somebody to come in and like move a mouse. All right. On servers, it's just as bad, but you can actually get around this if you reboot the system and you set something up like a boot CD, where you can actually get into the operating system via the BIOS and capture the SAM file. We talked about that this week, right? SAM file. What's the SAM file, guys?
Some point username, password is something.
The password, not the password. No one store passwords. Their password hashes, right? And if we don't change the hash schema at setup of the operating system, which you have to actually have tools to do that, It's just standard whatever Microsoft has made it for the last 20 something years.
Did they change the algorithm every time they change the Windows, or did they?
I haven't seen them change that in decades.
How come it hasn't been reverse engineered?
Huh?
How come it hasn't been reverse engineered all these years?
Because you can actually go in as a sysadmin and change it, and that changes the hash algorithm. But that's on you as a system admin. All right, so I think this link is still good. Yeah, okay. So you're looking for the ultimate boot CD. All right, when that comes up, it's an ISO file. Just go ahead and save that. So that goes to your download directory. You'll need that momentarily. Okay. So I'm going to use the newer version here. I tried going down to the mirrored sites. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Maybe I need to get the older version. Okay. We're going to try this anyway. All right, so you need to make sure that your Windows server is shut down, which for me it is. You can see, shut down. Okay. Then you want to go into the CIS target folder, right click on the VMX file. Okay. So my target is under virtual machines. Yours might say like final or something like that. See, it's kind of somewhere like that. VMX file right there. In the open with box in the right center, click the down arrow and open it with a notepad. This is basically a configuration file. What you want to do, all right? What you want to do first, honestly, make a backup of it. Okay? Let's talk about that real quick. This is a good time to make a copy, or before you do the homework, make a copy of that CIS entire folder and put it somewhere else. So if you have to go back, all right, or you don't have to wait for me, like next class period, to give you another copy of it. You just make a copy yourself. Everybody understand that? That's like the best way to back it up. You can also make a snapshot. All right, in VMware, it's really easy to make a snapshot. So I already have a backup of this thing. But to make a snapshot, I have a backup of this file too. God, is this thing still downloading? Alright. Oh, that sucks. You guys are crushing the wireless, shame on you. Alright. So to make a snapshot, basically it has to be running. You can't do this unless it's running. And you have to go to Snapshot Manager. Which is under VM. And you can, I guess you can't take a snapshot while it's down. You can take a snapshot. And then you can go into Snapshot Manager and you can manage your snapshots from there, delete them, etc. So you really only want to take a snapshot. It's not like taking a backup of a system when you're about ready to make a change. Okay? You can also do this with your Kali Linux box too. So take a snapshot, make your change. If everything looks good, okay, great. If it doesn't work, you can revert back to your previous snapshot. Though what you have to remember to do is clean up your snapshots at the end of the day. If you don't, you're going to eat up a lot of disk space because it keeps trying to balance between the two. All right? So keep that in mind. So let's go back to the config file, the DMX file. We want to look for boot delay. Okay, BIOS boot delay, right down here at the bottom. So it is set to 5,000. Okay, you want to make it set to 5,000. I did this previously, obviously. So I think it's either A, not there, or B, it's set at a lower number. We make sure that the BIOS boot delay is 5,000.
There's 5,000.
Huh?
There's 5,000.
Okay. So
What is that 5,000? Is that milliseconds?
5 seconds.
Seconds? Okay.
Yeah. 5,000 milliseconds. It's in milliseconds. Right. So you want to then be able to get into the BIOS of the VM. So once that's done, you go ahead and just save that, close it. And then when you go back into the target and you start it, you want to hit the button to get in the BIOS. I think it's 2006 F12.
Yeah, it says that's all.
So start hitting F12. There you go. So when you hit F12, you can press F2 to enter setup and get into the BIOS. Or it won't work. Great. It's all right. It's already hosted enough. Power on the machine, click in there, F12. Oh, that's the network. Oops.
F2.
Power off.
F2. Well,
Would it be escape?
Oh, F2. Gosh. Lexi is getting me. F2. There we go, F2. That gets you into the BIOS. Alright? And then if you go over to the boot menu, okay, you can select, oh, I want to boot from removable device, okay, CD-ROM. I think to select, keys used to view or configure devices and expands and collapses devices.
Plus and minus changes the location.
Oh, wow. Never mind. So it's right. So you want to have your CD-ROM drive up top so it will boot from the CD-ROM first. Or look for something in the CD-ROM first. Everybody with me there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Save that. You hit save and exit, which would be F10. Okay? And then just go ahead and power it down. Now, when that ISO file is downloaded, I have it in here already.
I think it was up top.
Let's go on my external.
It's almost 600.
Alright, it's not active.
Yeah, I have it on my, I already have it on my, 557, what I'm getting now.
It's not active.
That's fine. So what I'll do here is I'll just use it from my. Control C. I want it locally. If I haven't already put it in my virtual machines folder, that's where it is. I don't have it. All right, fine. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm taking that ISO I downloaded, and I'm just putting it in my virtual machines directory, so it's local. And I'm gonna take that ISO, and I'm gonna point my CD-ROM drive of my target one at it. So go to browse, find out where it's at, and then documents, virtual machine, there. Okay. Right. Use ISO image file, connect the power on. I've fixed my BIOS to where it'll boot my CD. Now, I can hit the F12 for the boot menu. I hope I didn't corrupt that thing.
Did it work?
Like when I run it, I'll put in 2,
Are you hitting your FN?
open,
Yeah.
2.
But yours, you don't have to press FN and
There it is. So, once I make those changes
it does it on
and
mine.
I point to that ISO,
Right?
I now have the Ultimate Boot CD that pops up. It's a menu-driven utility. Lots of screenshots. All right. That you can use to bypass the boot system. So here we're going to go ahead and go through a data recovery option. So we're going to use the UBCD edit passwords. We're going to highlight the hard disk drive that we want to look at. Okay, which is here, HDD. recovery. Again, I'm right here in the homework. Then we're gonna look at offline NT password and registry editor. Hit enter. Okay, and we come to the boot menu screen. So when this utility launches, it's going to have different options that are crunched vertically here and a hard kind of read, but it does work. So in the please select partition section, accept the default of 1 and press enter. All right, so it's kind of hard to read here. So press enter to boot, or give Linux kernel boot options first. So we're gonna hit press enter. So it's kind of hard to see here, but give it a second.
Did it work?
This is where I have issues where it crashes on me. There it goes. So I keep getting this clock source unstable. Give it a couple of minutes. It should come up and give me that menu. If it doesn't blue screen to death on me, it's been blue screening on me.
How did you do it?
So go ahead and shut it down.
No, I can't. So,
Yeah, you're supposed to leave it like that, and then you're gonna upload the ISO file that you downloaded. So you're gonna.
but I use.
So click on the CD-ROM.
I thought it would be. I have.
Yeah, he didn't do anything there. So you just go ahead and switch the ISO file. That way you can get a different utility to go ahead and access the files.
Professor, I noticed you have the homework 3 due 10:07 in the morning on Sunday. Should it be 11:15 or?
Yeah, I'll fix that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I'm still waiting for the thing to come. I can't tell.
Okay, let me fix that real fast. 4, 3, actually. Were you seeing, I have it 11:59 p.m. Were you seeing it? I'm in the wrong class.
Yeah, I was seeing it at 10:07 in the morning for homework 3.
Homework 3?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Assignments. Homework 3. Oh, okay. And it's 1:28, it's not this Sunday. Please check the date. But you're right about the time.
Oh, yeah, the date's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I'm sure the date's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, it's a joke?
Yeah, I've tried this a few times. I keep getting stuck on this screen, but I know that I think it has to do with my VMware. I'm gonna update my VMware to 14 and try this again and see if I can get it to go through. I've had other students that have gotten this to work. I had most everybody that got it to work last quarter without a problem. I got it to work last quarter without a problem, but it seems to be wanting to give me issues this time around. Oh wow, that's even worse. My caps lock keeps flashing on and off. That's strange. It's hypnotizing too.
Oh, shut minus 2.
All right.
Are you working on it right now?
Oh wow, I come out of the VM. It stops. I go into the VM.
It freaks out.
Yeah, it does. This is strange.
Should we enable more?
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Mine too, same thing, Professor.
It is.
Yeah.
Mine worked.
It worked.
Yeah, I want them back to it.
Oh.
Critic. That's why I think it's VM because are you using
Fusion.
You're using Fusion, right? Yeah, that's why I think it's workstation. I think I'm gonna upgrade to 14 and try this again. So, because you can get workstation 14 now, I think from Spark. I'm gonna try that over the weekend. So we'll go ahead and put this on pause. Maybe come back and revisit this next week. Worst case, get as far as you possibly can. As far as you possibly can in the lab, take a screenshot of how far you got, and we'll just call it even. Let's talk about wireless, shall we? So I can get out of here and go have dinner. Oh, to fix this, to put it back, all you have to do is take that ISO out of your drive.
Oh no, not. I'm trying to download the ISO.
So all you have to do is come here and then just use physical drive or disconnect, and you're good. You won't have that problem. Because VMware won't detect it. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and launch Kali Linux. I have a wireless access point set up down here with an SSID of Linksys. Don't ask me what the password is. I'm not going to tell you what the password is. That's why we're here, right? I have my alpha adapter. Now the reason I get this alpha adapter is because it can be put into monitor mode and it's recognized by VMware.
It's freaking out.
Okay, so see if I remember how to do this. I also give you really good instructions in Blackboard. At least I thought I did.
So basically for homework 3, I noticed
For
that,
for the wireless lab.
oh no, in the homework 3, I noticed you gave us all the steps, right? We just
Yeah.
follow that and we're good.
Pretty much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I had some issues with this lab last quarter. I got around it, got it working. And it's one of those things that if you don't do it exactly the right way, it fails. Right? So it's more of a learning process than anything else.
Oh, so as long as we show you we did some work. Okay, thank you.
So next, if you go to the Blackboard, I think under announcements. Oh, I apologize. Assignments. The wireless pen testing lab, this link down here. Follow that link. Here's a good step by step on how to do the lab.
Oh, cool.
Okay? And I still have students that get like only 75 or 80 points out of 100.
Why?
Is there,
That's a great question. That's a great question, Wayne.
is there a word list that would look into, or
I'm going to get to that. It's actually in Cali.
in Cali?
It's in Cali. We'll get to that. Okay? So, everybody wants to look at their Cali box if you've got it booted up.
Let's
You
do.
should type. So if you got a different adapter, the Panda adapter, or there's a few others that people got, here's the big tell. All right. Once you bring up Cali and you plug this sucker into your host system, into your USB, you'll see down here in the lower right-hand corner, I do not have a USB icon, right? You see where I'm kind of pointing here?
Mm,
All right. So let's try this. Plug it in. Flashy, 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 flashy. And lo and behold, look what I have. Okay? That's the big thing. If you've got a wireless adapter and you plug it in and it doesn't show up in VMware, you have a problem. Okay? That's why I suggested this model, because it will be easily plug and play, recognized by Cali, and it can also be put in promiscuous mode. So,
Oh, yeah.
okay, this is not good. I don't know how well this is going to work because I haven't ever done this like side by side by side. You know, and all I'm probably doing is giving myself cancer.
Okay.
That's all I've done like my entire life since I was
To be honest, my
20,
head's on
21, 22 years old. I've worked with radios.
I don't know, but like, to be honest, my head's
All right, so once you have that, what you need to do is you need to click on it and connect so it turns blue. Once it turns blue, open up the terminal. All right. Go ahead and just grab a IP address for your regular NIC with DH client. Come on, not that hard. Check that with ifconfig. Alright, so I got it on the IP, no problem, yada yada yada, great, okay. But looky here, I have a brand spanking new, wonderful network adapter called WLAN 0. That is said alpha USB wireless NIC. Okay, so if I wanted to set this device up as a network card and use it for just normal, really easy to do. Okay, that's not the premise of this lab. All right, the premise of this lab is to use aircraft, all right, to break in to a wireless access point. All right, so here's how we do that. So once you have found it, you isolate it, and you have that wireless adapter. You see WLAN 0 in your terminal. Type in airmon-ng, and it's going to give you an error. No, it didn't. It actually found it. Perfect. Great. Okay. Oh, we haven't started it yet. That's why. So we got to start WLAN 0, and then it's going to give you the error. But that's okay. It tells you how to fix itself. Oh, got it back. NG start WLAN0. Boom. That's okay. Look up here.
What does that mean? Airborne energy.
What does it mean?
Sounds like Greek.
No, it's just a command. It's just a program. Alright? Alright. 3 processes that can cause trouble. So you can run that Airmon NG check kill. Perfectly fine. But it's already changed. It's kind of hard to see. It's already changed the name of my adapter to WLAN0 mon. Alright? What that means is it has now turned this adapter from a normal standard network interface card to one that can actually inject frames. So it's basically turned it into an access point itself. But I'm going to go ahead and run the Airmon NG check kill. Because I really need to kill that WPA supplicant, otherwise I will not be able to break into this thing. Alright. Okay, so once that's done, I move on to step 5. So I want to then run air dump NG on my monitor interface. Now here it says your monitor interface is mon0. That's incorrect. Alright? For me, this is where you got to pay attention as you go through these steps. My monitor interface is WLAN0 mon. So, word to the wise, start writing stuff down. Open up a leaf pad and start taking notes. Okay, very, very, very important. Because as you start going through this lab and you're collecting the MAC addresses of the access point, the MAC addresses of your victim computers, things like that, it's very important that you keep track of all of it. Because you may have to do these commands several times in order to get this to work. So, I'm going to do that. I actually have already done this like a gazillion and 1 times. So, I know that my interface is WLAN0 mon. So, monitor interface. Alright. Now I want to start monitoring the network. Okay? So, we'll stop here a second. In order for you to get this lab to work, alright, you have to have a victim. Okay? So, you have a couple of options. If you want to work in teams of 2 or 3 people, I don't mind. You still have to turn in all your stuff yourself. I mean, you still got to do it yourself. You just take turns. Or, if you're, you know, antisocial person, okay, I won't hold that against you. But you can do this yourself like I'm doing it here. You just have to use your own wireless device that's outside of the network. Either you use the wireless card, normal wireless card on your laptop, and you connect into the system, or you can use your phone. I have this in here. So my Wi-Fi. Oh, hey, I'm already connected to Linksys. How convenient. Okay. Now I'm constantly getting emails. I'm constantly getting text messages from all my work-related stuff. So that's actually kind of good. Coming over Wi-Fi. All right. But if you really want to generate traffic, the easy thing to do is go to your host system and make sure that you connect to Linksys. All right. Now here's the rub. I have to give you the password in order for you to crack the password.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? I have to give you the password in order for you to crack the password. So I make this password so damn hard. It's password. Okay, we're not here to, we're here to learn. We're here to go through this in steps, all right, so that we learn the steps, all right. And I'm not trying to make this hard for y'all, all right. So if you just attach to the wireless network Linksys using the password or the key password, okay, don't believe me? Fine. It's password. I'm not lying to you. All right. So if you connect into that, what you need to do next is just open up another browser, go to YouTube or something, and start a video. Start generating traffic. Now, word to the wise, please don't do that at this point in time, because if you crush the access point, I won't be able to complete this demonstration. So do not connect the Linksys right now. Think I won't find out? Okay, wait till step 4.
I'm disconnected. I am not connected anymore. I'm losing a
Find
voice.
something that is like lengthy.
It's the first time I lost my voice. How can I talk? Oh my,
Tragic.
oh my gosh. Pick up.
There we go. This German Shepherd looks exactly like my dog at home. I love it.
Oh,
So anyway, but that's arbitrary. All I'm doing is generating traffic, right? So next what I want to do is I want to look at the devices in the air, okay, from my Kali Linux box. So I'm going to do the aerodump ng WLAN 0 mon command. All right. That's this command right here. And when I do that, I'm going to see everybody that's on the network. So I know that my phone's on the network. I know that, oh wait, hold on, I haven't isolated anything yet. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm looking for the AP. I'm looking for the AP, but I see everything in the air. I see the campus network, I see you guys connected to the campus network, I see my network, I see stuff connected to my network. That's fine, no problem. How do I know what network it is? It tells me over here. So I see something called Linksys. And that's what I'm looking for. So when I see that, all you have to do is hit Control C. All right, I'm just looking for the information for the Linksys network. Okay, these are all APs. All right, the key pieces of information I need to take out of here: BSS ID and the channel. Channel it's operating on is channel 6, it looks like. All right, and the BSS ID, which is 001C108804EB. Make sure that's right. Yep, sure is.
So this someone only works with WPA? Or we can do the same with WPA too?
You can do the same with WPA too. It will just take you longer to crack the password. Okay. All right. So from here, take a screenshot. This is your first 25 points. This is your first 25 points. All right. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
This is your first 25 points. All right. Next, we need to copy that BSS ID, put it in our notepad, the channel number. Alright? And now we're going to dump specific traffic from that AP. We're going to isolate that IP's traffic. Alright? And look at all of its clients. Everybody with me there? So we're going to, we find the AP, we look at its SSID, then we're going to use another arrow dump command to look at a specific channel associated with that AP. And we're then going to also pipe all that traffic into a separate file. That's what this -w root desktop, and then the monitor interface, which is WLAN0mon. Okay? Just keep in mind that the commands are going to be different because I have a different channel, I have a different BSSID. So you can use the same location, that's not a problem. And then my monitor interface is WLAN0mon, not mon0. I actually have all of this written down because I was a good professor and I practiced all of it. It is right there. That is the command I'm going to use to find and dump traffic. What I'm doing here is I am basically creating a cap file. Who knows what a cap file is? A .cap file? No. What is it? It's a capture file. What can you look at a capture file with? Wire chart, TCP dump, all kinds of stuff. Alright? Arrow dump works in the same fashion. Alright? So here, I now am collecting beacons, but I'm not seeing any stations. Alright? What's going wrong?
Does this mean the wireless line is acting as another access point with that SSID?
No, I'm hold on. I'm looking for getting the traffic from the stations. It's not collecting traffic from the stations. Hang on.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So what is that collecting traffic?
I got 2 stations.
That is not my station. I think that's my phone actually. Should have had traffic that I get bumped off of. No one links this. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There we go. So that's probably my phone and my my workstation. Okay, so from here, I want to kick my station off. And as I kick my station off, I want to look for a handshake. Keep going on here, yeah. Okay, so I got that guy there. But I need to do this in a different terminal because I can't do it in this terminal because it's running. So I need to open up a new terminal. And then when I put this error replay command in with the SSID of my AP, all right, the capture of isolating the victim, which is my workstation, and then the name of the interface. It's going to send 20 beacons to try to kick me off. And if you look down here at my wireless, I'm going to see when it gets if it disconnects me. It disconnected me. You see it reconnected me immediately. And all the while, I'm gonna look and see if I get a handshake up here. I may have to do this several times. You need to take a snapshot of this, or a screen capture. That's another 25 points.
There you go. You got disconnected.
And I connect back to Linksys. Connected. Still no handshake. I have to play around with the number of times you do this. It's always kind of strange. I might go up to 25. Yeah.
So what do you want to see here?
Just to capture this. What I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to capture the handshake, and it's not captured.
You sure your YouTube video is running?
Yeah, it is.
Good. Okay. You can also kick yourself. Sometimes that works.
Thing is finicky sometimes.
And then maybe because we're all trying to do it. Wait, I gotta answer.
So if we get no handshake, will we get the, will we get that, that's fine.
You have to get a handshake.
I got a handshake, and I didn't do anything yet. It says right there, the
Yeah, they're cracking the password is the last one.
You collected to link.
Huh?
You connected to Linksys.
No, I'm like, he's connected and I'm viewing him and I connected his handshake. I think that's why, because I'm running this and instead of connecting it, I connected it. And instead of the WP handshake.
Are you sure you're not connected to?
I'm not connected.
Right.
I'm just like watching how you do
Also
it.
try the other, if you have like a second system on there, you can also try that. See,
I don't know how I collected it. If I'm not really doing anything. I say another network now.
get off my network.
I think it's just not. I think that's what's wrong because I'm doing it and I can't do it at the exact same time.
Alright, trying this with my phone as well. Kicks me off.
PDF for it?
No, I actually have some notes going on my phone.
Maybe.
Do I?
I
For the slap there?
No.
Redo all that? Or just move on to this stuff?
You can just move on to this one.
Okay.
Are you on the links? Are you on the links?
No, I didn't.
I took myself off it because apparently I got the handshake and he didn't.
I think I lost the access point.
But I didn't do what he's doing, and I was able to get it without doing anything. I just had it running, and I got a handshake.
Oh.
Because I just stopped what he,
Now
when
we
I was
know.
running it,
Now we know who to partner up with for the lab.
because, yeah, I got a handshake. That was a handshake. But we were
First you don't succeed, you can always try again.
try.
Right? The issue is when you do that so many times, you're gonna eat up a lot of disk space with these capture files.
It sees everything.
It
and
knows.
Oh, that he's in a rush.
Then he wants to get out of here.
Oh, wow, I got like a bunch of information. Everything.
So let's try this again. Window.
You see the place say data is 7, that means there is not enough communication between the
But this
enemy
is
and
the target
the
either, right?
Stop the 7 has to load.
This right here.
Yeah, it's like that should be 10,000. I mean, when you watch Netflix or YouTube, it goes to 3,000, 4,000, it goes a packet.
Right.
It's 89 million.
I don't know. I think I was interrupting his thing when I was trying to do it too. Because I collected information and talking about the
So I'm not generating enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I see your point. I have a lot of beacons though.
That was pretty fun.
Maybe because it stopped down when it got to the end of the file.
Maybe it was already buffered, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, okay, go to Netflix.
You're okay?
I just like you video.
And like,
Long
I'm like slowly dying.
See how fast it.
I am.
no.
What does it say? Well, I'm like,
Yeah, that video was already buffered.
Yeah. So, okay, I got a good one for you. Let's do this. Internet radio is also a good one to use. Yeah. That's exactly right. It's just not cooperating with me. The gentleman there we go though actually was able to get a handshake. Did you kick me off or did you kick?
I'm not even on your links.
Oh, you're just doing it on something else?
Yeah.
I did. I got it. Keep on doing the same shit. I'm gonna like.
Wait, Eddie, so are we, Eddie, are we gonna be
I'm
doing this
working
for
on it.
his network, the Linksys one, or just?
I'm gonna ask a question.
I don't know if that makes a difference, but I changed that 20 to 50. Yeah, do it high, 20. I don't know if that's.
Fine.
So yeah, that's 20 to 50.
Yeah, this is kind of finicky. Make sure keep jumping over to see.
After uploading for this lab?
I wanna go to lunch, but I gotta answer it.
I'm gonna like fucking like
He's
break
gonna
the
take
computer
it
down.
out. 1 second, sorry.
He's gonna be like, I'm dead.
I'm sorry. I left my shit on.
Were you already running this when you disconnected from Linksys? Or was it before? When did you disconnect from Linksys? After you were running this or afterwards? Yeah, from Linksys.
I'm like,
But
I
when
just ran it and I'm like checking the traffic.
when did you disconnect
I disconnected it.
from Linksys?
I never connected to it.
Did you connect to it and then
I'm just
disconnect?
reading his traffic to that, and I grabbed the thing. I'm not even connected. My computer is connected to gas. The only thing that's connected is his phone and the device and his phone. And so I'm only getting three locations. And what I know, he said like water, and then I'm just looking at that traffic, and as he's doing this part, I grab the ice. I grab his handshake before he grabs it.
But it's not.
And you have the same SSIDs too?
Yeah.
So did I.
That's good. That's what you want to do. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same idea.
The last step. The last step. I don't know why mine's not working here. The last step you want to do after you get the screenshot with the handshake, it'll be up here in the right hand corner. The last step that you want to do, I can't do it because I don't have a capture. You want to do the air crack command. All right, and this is where a lot of students go south. Okay, you have to understand a little bit of directory structure in Linux. Find where those cap files are. All right. Even though I did root desktop up there, it put them in root. It didn't put them in root desktop. All right. Find where your cap files are. That's where you got to point that air crack command. Okay.
That's the word list, right?
All right. Oh, the word list. Thank you. The word list is the I apologize.
That's good.
wherever you're going to put it. So I'm going to show you where that is. It's best to put the word list and in the same directory as where your cat files are. So in Kali comes with several word lists. So if you go into your file browser and you go into other locations, the computer, I believe it is user share, USR share. Word lists. User share word lists. Here, it gives you a shortcut to a bunch of different word lists. Okay, I am particular to the stuff in Fern Wi-Fi. So if you take this common.txt and you just copy it and put it wherever your cat files are. So if your cat files here, you know, they show up in home, paste it there. Right? Then your command to do this should look something similar to this. So where your aircraft NGA, this is your BSSID, your word list is going to be whack root whack common.txt. And then wherever your cat files are, whack root whack star.cat. And what star.cat is going to do is it'll go through all your cat files. All your cat files. So if you do that like 5, 6, 7, it'll go through all. Alright? I'm going to rebuild Kali. I'm going to rebuild my Kali box over the weekend in new VMware. So I think it's just gotten tired. Relax a little bit. Alright? Yeah.
Can you show how you got back to that common.txt? Can you show how you got to the common.txt?
Sure. So to find that common TXT file, I just went to the browser, file browser, and if you go to other locations and computer, it's in user share, USR share. There's a word list directory with a bunch of shortcuts. I'm using one from Fern Wi-Fi. But there's stuff under Metasploitable, there's these text files here. They're all good word lists. Guess what? They all have password in them. Alright, and then I just copied that to the root directory. Alright. That's all I got for tonight. Do your best on homework 3. Get started on the Wi-Fi. I am going to put this upstairs in the telecom lab. Alright, so it will be up there, plugged in. The sign on it that says don't disconnect. Hopefully that'll work. And any questions?
Yeah. Lab 1, you want us to do all kinds of documentation and do content. What was discussed?
Just the 4 screenshots, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
So for our victims, we can identify like or find our own victims, or how does the finding of how do we find the?
I can't hear you, Joey.
Oh yeah, sorry, because I'm
It's okay.
sick too.
One more time.
How do we find the victim? Like who can we?
You can be the victim.
I can be the victim.
Yeah, so if you connect with your phone or your laptop, your regular laptop, then the Linksys, that's the key for the Linksys network.
Also, I have to connect to your system.
If you do this at home, you can do this at home with your own home router. Yeah, you're good, man.
I have a link.
So no, you can do this. You just gotta set it up to where your SSID is Linksys and your password is password. But remember, when you're done with your lab, reset it back to whatever you had.
Oh, okay, thank you.
No, that's the wrong password. That can only count for your handshake. All right, so that's one screenshot. The other screenshot is the actual air dump where you're looking at all the SSIDs and everything in the network. That's the wrong password. That's not going to be accepted. I don't know how you got operator. That's not it.
Oh, so you're gonna put it on YouTube?
Yeah, I will.
Can you send me a test email really quickly so when you have a chance you can just send me the link?
Sure.
It's really, it shouldn't take that long. When you enter my first name, it'll just give you like the GYOTN. Yeah, I'm the only one in this world with that name. What was your name again?
Sorry.
Sol?
Yeah.
Ah, Sol
Son como fan.
Oh, yeah.